How's it going, everybody? My name is Matthew, and for 3.5 years, I lived in a cargo van full-time so I could reboot my life. Along the way, I created some amazing memories and had some not-so-great experiences, but it all helped make me who I am today. Now, I am settling down and building a home for myself and my little girl while sharing my experiences and overcoming new challenges from van life to house life and everything in between. Welcome to Van Life Plus. Oh, but before anything else, we better check in with you, huh? Hello, Miss Penny. I got you a brand new pooper for Inside Lucky. You ready to go on your first post sticks and bricks adventure? Maybe not quite yet, eh? Also, Cheryl got you a brand new scratcher we can get together later. You guys sound like so much fun? Get you to stop scratching the stairs? You're snuggling up with Brooklyn's Squishamalay. Eh? Or Squishmallow, I don't know. Whichever. Very pretty kitty. All right, I gotta shower these stray hairs off me neck. Okay, that's way better. And then I was able to style it the way that I want to do it, which the guy did great. He gave me a great cut, but man, he was really taking his time perfecting every tip, as one does. Also, I don't think we're gonna be able to use the microphone right now because I left my magnet for the microphone in the van. I feel like this would probably be too close to my, well, maybe not. Let's see. Let's give Editor Matthew something to really fuss around with. Come over here. Then sit down here, and this is gonna tickle just a little bit. There. Can you hear me better? I don't know, but either way. Okay, get this big bugger open. Penny, hey, what's this? Come see. It's a brand new scratcher for you. Come on. Good girl. Yeah, what's that? It's from Cheryl. You want me to get that together for you? I can do that. We also stopped at the UPS store and got another package from Kathy, which was a long time coming. And I can't be certain, Penny, but I'm pretty sure this is probably for you as well. Should we get crack-a-lackin' on this? Yeah, okay. She's also a little miffed with me because I just realized she's out of cookies. So when we take Lucky back out to finish tidying her up, we have to stop at the pet store and get you some more cookies, eh? Whoa, Kathy she must have used that serious top shelf tape. Ooh, oh yes, you know what these are. Hey. Another activity center. There you go. More treats. It's all behind you. And we got a note from her as well. Kathy says that Sassy, her chihuahua, says hello to Penny. We watch your videos together. So this is all from Sassy. Well, it's from Kathy, but also you're knocking stuff around with your erect tail, cat. Thank you very much, Kathy. That is super cool. Let's get all this stuff put together for her so she has a little bit more to do inside Tortuga here. But don't get too comfortable. You're coming out with me sooner rather than later. We do have a trip to BC coming up soon, which I'm really looking forward to. It's been a hot minute, as always, but now that we're like fully into the summer, there'll be a lot more trips out there, methinks. Also, as I've mentioned, my mother does want me to take the couch that is in her basement. Am I doing this wrong? Yes. I don't know if I'll be able to do that with Lucky on this trip. I don't know if there's going to be enough room in the good ship, Lucky, you know? Tighten it up. She's already, well, you know what to do with it. That's good. Okay. Scoozy. Mascoozy. Uh-oh. Did I do it upside down? It's a very good possibility. Yeah. Nice. Okay, and this guy needs to go. Oh, dang. Wait, what? There's supposed to be a bolt for this? Okay, we need to do this. I wonder, there's an Allen key somewhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's for this. Okay. This. Oh, yeah. You know what to do with it, don't you? I gotta fix it, though. It's a little demented right now. Hang on. I'm just so excited. What is, come on, right? Or does it just go on the top? Oh, it goes on the top. I'm a Dummy. God. You don't even need me to put it together, eh? Wow. She's like, this'll do. This is fine. Uh-huh. Give me a second. I'll get your whole thing put together for you. Oh, you're getting all feisty. All right. Way simpler than anything else I've put together thus far. There we go. Looking fabulous. Here you go, Penny. It's all done. Let's clean up some garbage here. Look. Look. This for you. Get at it. Yeah, good girl. Are you exhausted? Did you tire yourself out already? Good girl. All right, this other one, we will keep this one over by the stairs to hopefully give you an alternative to your bad behavior. This one's going over here, right next to the gumball machine. There. No more scratching the stairs, you. Okay, and this says we suggest, wait, where is it? I can't even see it. We suggest feeding up to 1 pouch a day for an average size cat. Are you, hey, you average size? You want this right now? We'll put some in your bowl to make up for the fact that we don't have any cookies. Come here. Come on. Come on. There you go. All right. Here's your wet. You haven't even finished your wet food. My goodness. Here. Some of this in there. And we'll clean your bowl out later. Ooh, salmon puree. Yum. Think she likes it. Thank you again, Kathy. So we got some recycling to go out with us when we go. And I want to get this as organized as possible. Not everything needs to just get put away in storage, right? So we've got a few things to go up to the streaming room, right? I also brought in stuff like the plug-in for my EcoFlow Glacier refrigerator. That's the one that's in Lucky. It's wired into her house batteries, so this would only be beneficial where there's outlets. I did toy with the idea of bringing the Glacier in before I had moved in. I don't know if I'm gonna do that anymore simply because I got that mini fridge as a housewarming gift. I've got an older 12-volt refrigerator up there already. It's just becoming a lot as it is. So if I don't have to remove the fridge from Lucky, why would I? I should probably de-thaw it at some point though and just let it take me to clean it out. All right, that's pretty good for now. Everything else can kind of stay here, and this is gonna go down to the basement. Okay. Nice and light. It's also another good reason it's light, so I can get it down the effing stairs. All right, so for now, you, monsieur, will live under here. Excellent. We've also got our old backpack here, and we've got a box of electronics. We've got our shore power charge for the batteries. We've got our old charge controller, our old solar charge controller, our old DC to DC charger here, all for future projects and stuff. So we'll get that into storage as well. That is the shortest commute I have ever had to storage, in about 3.5 years. A good ship Lucky was thirsty. And in typical fashion these days, there is no consistency for gas prices around these parts. Right now, where I am, it is $1.11 per liter. And that's pretty good. But the same gas station just up the way is literally 12 cents more expensive per liter. So here we are, thirsty girl. And then we off to scrub her down. Hey, we were down to, see, and this is why you come to places when the gas is this affordable. I was down to just below quarter of a tank. I preset it for 100, thinking for sure she'd take it and she'd still be thirsty, but she just switched off and said, I've had enough. Well, that's just hashtag worth it. Hey, that Tesla sort of matches my dishes. All right, some cookies for the putty teds. Okay, we got the little girl some more senior cookies for her senior self. And now I just want to do a little bit of tidying up here, mostly in Lucky's cab area. I've got a couple cleaning products here. Obviously I've got that one bottle in the back, but I also picked up, forgetting I had that one, this Fresh Dash and Glass cleaner from the Turtle Wax company or whatever. So just gonna tidy up this area here a little bit, move some of this stuff. Gotta remember to take Penny's bed in and wash it. It's been a minute. Just a nice deep clean of the dash. Ugh. Oh my goodness gracious. I just picked this book up, which was underneath Penny's bed here in this little cubby. Ew. Look at this putty tat hair. My God. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get all of this tidied up. What is it like over here in the Brooklyn's books? Yeah, just as heinous. That is dirt nasty. Clean it up. Wait, where's the vacuum? Start with that. Ooh, there you are. All right, let's get it. Ah, damn it. This is the stuff you don't see in between shots that makes it look all like it flows together and it's oh so simple. But I was setting the camera up for the next shot to clean the dash and me fat arse knocked the garbage can down, and I think we finally need to put it to rest, which is really sad. But yeah, the lid flew off, it cracked here. It had this little, I don't know, post, and that's how it snaps in on here. But the plastic actually broke right off of this guy. That is a hashtag sad day. And you might be thinking, well, what's the big deal? It's just a garbage can. But the unfortunate truth is that these little, whatever, cupboard mate Glad garbage bags that are absolutely perfect for van life, well, especially for doors, right? Myself, Amber, Chrome, and probably a multitude of other people all utilize them on our doors. And as far as I know, they don't make them anymore. And it was a thing that was only available in Canada as well, so. Garbage can, you might be effed, but we appreciate your service nonetheless. Son of a bitch. I mean, it still hangs on the door. That's not the part that's broken. It's just, it won't have a very functional lid right now. So I guess, yeah, I mean, honestly, my hanger is broken as well. Because if you look, like this leg stays on very well. This one, not so much. And that's because, look at the difference, right? Even this broke. So as handy as they are, they're not very durable. Well, they're not Matthew Allen durable. See ya. Put a new garbage bag in there. It's fine. It's just a few extra steps. I guess if it was gonna happen, it's a good thing. I guess if it was gonna happen, it's a good thing it happened now, right? If it was still full-time use, it'd be more annoying, but it's fine. Woo! It's getting warm. Shouldn't get too bad today, but still. Hell. Okay, let's see how well this turtle shit works. Get ourselves a microfiber towel here. Purple seems like a good color. Give Lucky a good scrub. It smells good as far as, toxic cleaning chemicals go. There you go, Lucky. Getting all sorts of spiffy. It's nice to have a cleaner that's like both dash and window. It always, I know it doesn't matter at the end of the day, but every time I would get a dash cleaner and use it, if any spritzed up on the windshield, be like, oh God, you gotta get it off there now. It's gonna streak it, it's gonna ruin it, it's gonna XYZ it. Probably wouldn't be the case, but with this one, and we can just kind of go, and it's cleaning it. They thought of everything, or was I just overthinking things? That's a very good possibility. And it's kind of interesting. Before I was doing van life full time, I always would do stuff like this with my vehicles. I was pretty, let's say, anal about keeping the dashboard nice and spick and span. And I think I did that on Lucky for a little bit near the beginning, but then as time went on, and it was more like, well, this is a full-time situation, I just sort of stopped worrying about the cleanliness of the dashboard. I don't really know why. It's kind of silly because you'd think you'd want to be keeping it clean more often if you're in it as frequently as I was. But I guess just make yourself comfortable in your home. And I hope that's not indicative of Tortuga. Yikes. All right, Miss Brooklyn, breakfast is served.
I'm watching a new Dabby.
What are you watching right now? It's all just a brand new season?
Yeah.
Outside? Well, take the dishes to the counter and you can let her out.
Did she go find out herself?
Oh yeah, she's fine. Thank you.
That's it. And then you done your breakfast in your classroom while
You want your dollhouse?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll get it for you right now.
She knows she wants it.
Yeah, she was trying to get into the whole jar a moment ago, wasn't she?
Yeah, she'd stick to her pie. Ew.
You crazy. Oh, and she's off. Here you go.
Can I have mine?
Yep, you put that on and I'll grab your helmet. Show and tell. Alright, let's do it.
See, my helmet can push the door open.
Yeah, it can. Good job. Alright, here you go, Pirate Princess. Put your helmet on, eh? Just like your uncle.
Dad, you can have this helmet.
I
Can
know.
I bring both to store?
No, you don't need both. Take the one your mom got you. Next time you can take the other one if you want. Did you see that garbage? I tried to make a smoothie without putting the blades in it. That Ninja blender works very good. Thank you again, Cheryl. But pro tip, it works even better if you put the blades in it. I do have an excuse. And it's just that I was very tired. I had the Pirate Princess overnight. And it's just that I was very tired. Still sort of am. I had the Pirate Princess overnight last night. Got her off to school this morning. That was all well and good, no problem. But yeah, last night she woke up middle of the night And unfortunately, I have now officially reached the age where if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm more than likely not getting back to sleep, and that's very unfortunate. So I was quite tired after I got back to Tortuga, and I attempted to nap. But again, even napping is not a thing that I can do. I never fall completely back asleep. But yeah, my day's in complete disarray now. So I'm trying to get it back on track. And for me, getting stuff back on track, I was just doing some editing back at the house, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go out to Lucky, I'm gonna start filming, because of course I had ideas about how I wanted this video to go. It's really, at the end of the day, just gonna be an odds and ends video and whatever else I might come across whilst filming. But I got this bit of a brain fog right now because of all the sleep nonsense, so I'm trying to focus myself back up before I gotta go pick her up, which is, I don't have a watch, very soon. Yeah, that's my way of sort of centering myself. Push record, talk to you lovely people, and hope that you're having a fantastic day. Thank you again for clicking on yet another one of my videos. Okay, so the good ship Lucky has now been in her new parking stall for a full day. How are my batteries? Yeah, we got great sun here, so the solar panel, which is now nice and tidy, is pulling in all sorts of power, keeping those batteries topped up. And there's not a lot I need to do in Lucky right now, but I did want to come back here and get a few more things out of my cupboards just so I can do an unofficial inventory on everything that I have. Okay, well, those are toques, and it is very warm out, so these don't need to come in to Tortuga. You can stay here. No muss, no fuss. Back here, we've emptied out that one. Excellent. And there's still some clothes and whatnot back here. So this is going to be the last cupboard to pull a bunch of clothing out of. And then I will be making essentially a van wardrobe or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, since I'm not in it full time anymore, I will have dedicated clothes just that are in here for when I do want to F off. But all of this stuff should probably be run through the laundry. There's a lot of t-shirts. My goodness. All right, maybe it's time to do a donation run as well. But anyways, so we'll bring all of this back to the house with us. Hiya. And is there anything else specific I wanted to do in here? I mean, probably, but my old man brain fog is not allowing me to remember squat today. Oh, right. One thing I do want to address, but I might not have time to do it right now, because like I said, I gotta go get Brooklyn soon, is I want to remove this pegboard. Between that and this hanging cabinet, they are probably going to be the first things to go when I start attempting the rebuild to Lucky 3.0. And yeah, this pegboard, while it's been great, it's rattly and obnoxious more than anything, and I installed it so low that this basket down here, it always has to get removed when I have to open up my battery box, which is down here. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to get in there sooner rather than later, because with all of the reorganizing that I did recently in my big drawers that are underneath the bed, I was driving back here yesterday in Lucky, and I could hear what can only be described as a marble rolling back and forth depending on whether I'm braking or pressing the gas pedal. Obviously, it's not actually a marble. I've never stocked those in the good ship Lucky, but something came loose somewhere. And it's very frustrating to hear it rolling around. And I checked the drawers. I couldn't see anything in them. There's still enough stuff in the drawers. There's not enough room for something to roll around in them. So now my next guess is that it's underneath the bed in this area, which is the electrical compartment. That, or I've had something fall down like the side here and go all the way to the floor. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's enough to make your skin crawl just a little bit, especially when you're already overtired. So that's not going to be something I attempt today. We'll get to that after a good day's rest, but that's on the docket. I will also have to probably drive Lucky around so I don't have to lug the Blue Ox tow hitch all the way to the house, because I obviously don't want it living on the floor of Lucky. And if you clicked away before the end of the last video, what's wrong with you? But yeah, I removed it from Lucky because when Lucky's parked, this is just a big obnoxious obtrusion that could, somebody could hit their shin on, and I'm not going to be towing Grace anywhere near as frequently as I used to. So this little bad boy can go into storage until the rare occasion that we need to once again tow the entire fleet. I think that's it for now. Let's close this up. Lucky, you're doing good. We're keeping you clean. We have to take her for a rip tomorrow. I don't want to let her sit too long because there's trees abound and trees are filled with spiders, and I don't want those getting into the good ship Lucky. I mean, they find a way. It's like they have tiny tools or something. But do whatever I can to prevent it. That makes sense, right? Oh yes, this reminds me. Once I'm back at Tortuga, it's another thing I want to address before going to get the Pirate Princess. But this is just what jarred my memory. My EcoFlow Glacier fridge. This is the fridge that I rock in Lucky. It's awesome. It's got the ice maker. And I was toying with the idea of taking it out of the van and bringing it into the house. But you'll see soon enough why that's probably not a necessity. I wanted to have it in the streaming room, yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to bother with that. However, poking in here really quick, we do need to sort this out. So this is going to have to be pulled out and defrosted and everything. So maybe that's something we can do a little bit later in this video as well, just to make sure we're staying on top of it. It's just a little grungy down there. Yuck. But yeah, if I don't have to haul this out completely, like permanently out of Lucky, that might be even better. I don't have to worry about it. You might be another story, and you'll see why. Getting ahead of myself as I do. But now that I'm here, I did bring myself a grocery bag to make things a little bit easier to carry stuff back. And oh yeah, there's bags of cheese in here. We should probably bring that. I mean, that stuff, it lasts almost forever, but we'll definitely get to it quicker in the house. Okay, so I'm gonna load up a grocery bag. We're gonna bring our pineapple juice from Cheryl and everything else in this eclectic little pile back to the house with us, as well as our abundance of t-shirts. I'm really getting excited over how tidy and less cluttered Lucky is right now, just with the minor cleaning that I've done in here. It's really making me look forward to trips in her where I'm not going to be stumbling over all of the nonsense that I had kicking around in here before. All right, now let's bring this as well. This is Brooklyn's old Wolfpack bag. That doesn't need to be in here anymore. We've got room to put that indoors. Yeah. Okay, all right, I got everything here. I'm into Tortuga for now. Let's put these t-shirts up here. Ha! Whoop. And get this stuff put into the big fridge. All right, we don't need to put the backpack in the fridge. That'll just be weird. Cheese up there. And then our pineapple drinks down there. Excellent. All right, organize that in a bit. Just want to stay on point, get as much done as we can while we're lucid. Okay, now I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. So I know what I have to move. That one's going up, that one's coming down. So let's make room upstairs first. So this is what I was talking about with the fridge and the glacier and not bringing it out of Lucky. This is the room I originally wanted to have it in. All right, so the streaming room's coming together. It's an absolute disaster in here right now, but it is what it is. All things in good time. We've got these additional things that I want to add to this room that we cleaned out of the van yesterday. We'll put those over here for now. But yeah, the set power came home. This was mine, then it was One Aussie's Adventures, then it was Happy Coffee Van Life's, and now it's come back to Van Life Plus. So it's been around the block. Yeah, Amber found herself a smaller fridge at a thrift store, actually, and it takes up way less space in her van, and she just found that more convenient. So I had this up here during my Chapter 5 finale live stream. I have it set as a freezer, and I was keeping my ice in here, and that's where my original thought for the glacier came in. I'd bring it in here. It's got an ice maker when I do my live streams. But for my housewarming, Amber gave me a little red mini fridge, which is currently down in the dining room. And while it works there and it's fine, number one, it's causing the room to look a little bit more cluttered, and number two, I haven't found myself wandering over it too frequently. Like, it is stocked with like canned drinks and stuff. But this is the room I'll be in primarily when I'm reaching for a canned drink. So her original intention was for me to have it in this room. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll bring it up here with that cheap little white block stand I got from the Bay. And we will put it right in this corner. And it can plug in right here. And this bad boy we're going to move first. And it's going to be our makeshift deep freeze in the basement. Growing up, we always had a deep freeze in the basement, albeit it was an actual deep freeze and large. But we got the set power. It can be a freezer. So why not? It's a good time to do this too because there's nothing currently in here. So it's nice and, well, actually I was going to say nice and light, but it's still got a compressor in it, so it's not super light. But, and while this is a 12-volt fridge, primarily used for like RV and van life and stuff, it does also come with a very nice AC plug. So that's perfect for our current situation. Carefully now, carefully. We are home alone. We don't want to fall and risk death. Okay, there we go. Now the one thing about the basement is there's not a lot of power down here. There's one like central outlet over there, and then I see two over here. One near the breaker box and one near the washing machine. All right, so over here we have some power, which provides some nice light to the guest bed area here where Mom and Dad stayed when they were here. And then again, over here are the other two outlets. So we've got the one here and then the one up there. That one, that wouldn't really work. Well, I mean, it would, I suppose, if I put the thing, maybe I can just put it right there. Oh, that's kind of low. My first thought was I could put it here, clear all of this stuff off for the laundry, and then the set power gets it on top of this cabinet. and it's at a nice height to get into to get your, hi, how are you, your frozen goods from. I'm also just realizing now there is a hacksaw on the wall. As one does. Moving right along. As nice as it would be to have the deep freeze up high so I don't have to bend down to get stuff, I think I will regret it even more when I'm doing laundry and having to move over here to grab it or whatever. This has been very nice and convenient thus far. So for now, we will just bring this bad boy over here. That should be a good spot for him. Now, which way is this opening? It's opening that way right now. Flip it around. Power. Hey! There we go. Our deep freeze is plugged in the basement where it belongs. Oh, right, I have laundry to do. Darn it. Hello, damp clothes. Actually, yep. Yeah, there we go. Lucky's bedding, or my sheets from Lucky's bed, are nice and dry and oh so fresh smelling. All right, now, which can go in the dryer and which need to stay out? Look at all that ginch. That can go in there, that in there. I didn't get to the laundry fast enough. Now we got wrinkles. So much to learn. Perfect. Take one shirt down and hang another up. I just got a cobweb in my eye. The spiders have tracked me to inside the house. You bastards! Yeah, see, look at this. It's already becoming a catch-all for stuff, right? So, knowing me, this corner is going to get out of control very fast. Oh yeah, I've got all these picture frames of my little girl I got to get put up. I'm so excited, and it might seem corny, and I don't even give a shit, but I'm so excited to get photos of my girl up around the house. I've got a couple up already, which is obviously just for me to enjoy, but it's such a nice touch of home. I had one in the van, which I absolutely loved. Hi, Penny, come say hello. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, hello. Would you say hi? Say hi. You let everybody know that you were just napping. I didn't wake you up. You got up on your own. Mwah. You wanted to go outside? I bet she's absolutely loving this. Just having the freedom to come and go as she chooses. Make good choices. The cluster corner. All right, let's tidy this up. And then, oh, maybe I should, how heavy is this? It's got stuff in it. How heavy is, oh no, I can make that work. But I'll tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna film myself carrying it because that involves moving the camera multiple times. I just want to lift off and go. All right, unplug. Fridge. Hi, lift with your back. That doesn't sound right at all. There we go, that's way better. Now we can get this over here. Slide the chair over. Now it's kind of opposite of its buddy in that corner. And it's looking a lot tidier, and I like that. So this is what it looks like upstairs. Haha, there you go. That is a much better position for that. And now you can probably see why I was saying, well, maybe the microwave will have to come in. It would just match it so well. They're both that retro red color and style, right? And now we've got a whole bunch of drinks in here. Just grab them when we're feeling parched. No muss, no fuss. You should have been here originally. Overthinking, as I do. Look at her walking around out there. Hey, Penny. Where you going? So much room for activities. What? You can do it. You know how to come in. Come on. You want in? Yeah, look at you go. You a boss. Like a boss. Good girl. All right. Dishes put away. Let's prep this properly for the next time I need it. Why was that so hard to remember? There we go. This thing's really cool. It's got little suction feet to keep it from flopping around on the counter. I love it when stuff comes with anti-flop devices. All right, now, let's lean into the deep freeze, right? As an example, we need to make some room in the freezer here. We've got a lot of delicious foods but we're only gonna need a few right now. Let's take down the meatballs, the 3 cheese pasta bake, the potato skins from M&M Meats, put those to the side. And I was gonna take these fall off the bone cherry cola style back ribs down there, but it's a little bit of a long box and we need something to eat tonight, so I guess that is on tonight's menu along with some green beans most likely. These are open. These are okay. Brooklyn wasn't the biggest fan. If you like sausage rolls, you'll probably dig them. Not a bad quality, but yeah. And oh, and the popcorn chicken can stay. All right, what else we got in here? Oh, clearly the buffalo chicken dip has to stay. Hey, I thought I'd have to stop and get beans. I don't. Oh man, that is totally the van life mentality coming out in me. Like, I don't have it. I gotta stop and get it tonight. I do not, good sir. I do not. That's amazing. Ribs, crinkle cut fries, and green beans? Sounds divine. Let's get y'all to your new home. I'll be right back, Penny. Make good choices. Little mini deep freeze. You know what? We can probably even move. We'll leave the basket for now. It's fine. Potato skins, 3 cheese pasta bake, stand it up, there we go, and Italian meatballs. Excellent. Alright, do I really need to wash these? Do they... No, they smell fine. I'm not going to waste the time washing what are essentially clean clothes, so I'm just going to get these put away upstairs, and then I'm going to go get the little pirate princess, and we're going to enjoy our evening. So for the purposes of this video, let's just turn the page to the next sequence of events. So got Lucky back out here, just out enjoying the day. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous today. And I went down to Lucky the other day and I switched the glacier off so that it would have about 24 hours to thaw out. And I'm just going to get it all dried out, cleaned out, and ready to go. So yeah, super simple, right? Just pull that one drain in the bottom, drains out the thaw from the freezer, and then that little hatch on the side there, you remove that hose, and the ice maker compartment will drain all the water that's inside it. So yeah, we'll get it nice and cleaned out with a new bottle of vinegar, and then back into the good ship Lucky. And while we're out here, I actually had to stop at the UPS store, so I do have some packages I have to open, and I want to get a few things removed from Lucky's walls to continue to advance the future project. Amazing just how gross fridges get. Like, there's never anything loose in here, you know, everything's always in a container, but little bits of flotsam and jetsam and yuck. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess it really depends on the trip I'm going to take, but I don't really have to keep this thing in freezer mode, right? I could just be using it as a fridge. Because of course I want to bring some microwavable meals with me. And I'm still going back and forth on whether or not I want to bring that red microwave in. Just don't know yet. It was super nice and handy to have that microwave near the end of full-time van life there, just when I was like not wanting to, you know, be bothered with having to cook meals, and obviously when I fell madly in love with the buffalo chicken dip from M&M Meats. But I don't know if I will be using the microwave that frequently. We'll see. Welcome to my overthinking brain, as per usual. Right, this is broken. Ice making compartment's a little bit more obnoxious to get completely dry, but man, there's nothing worse than like stagnant smelling water, and I don't want any sort of mold building up in this ice making compartment either. So I probably actually want to pour a little bit of vinegar through the drain as well. I did this once before. I feel like I've done this before. I think I did it when I was out in BC once. So, yeah, it's a good thing to stay on top of. That is for a darn sure. But by and large, yeah, I'm just using this microfiber towel to dry it out. Now that all the water's drained, there's just a little bit of residual stuff. The cloth's coming out more or less nice and clean, which is good to see. What the hell is that? Oh, that's just floof. That didn't come from here. There we go. See, nice and dry. All the little posts that do their thing to make the ice cubes are sparkly. We got no residual water left in here, so I don't have to worry about any sort of yuck building up on the inside. Taking care of business, Lucky. I got you, girl. Dramatically close the ice making compartment. Forget. Right. The ice tray. Hey, you know what? Well, since we're going to be here for a little bit and we've got this adult-sized container of vinegar, maybe what we'll do is I've got the hose reattached down there, and I'm just going to put some vinegar straight into this compartment. Just enough to cover the bottom of the ice maker, and we'll let that sit for a while we're here. Hopefully that helps with that ew, yucky narnar smell. Okay. Oh. Wait, don't I have a Revita on the go? Of course I do. Obviously. Before I get to the last thing here on the inside of Lucky, let's check out what was sent by this incredible community here. Otherman on my hip, some things never change, and some things never will change. Hey! Somebody is making sure that the big fat putty tat keeping her weight on. That's one way to say it. Thank you very much, Elsie and Tom, for sending me some more meat pucks for Penny. That is greatly appreciated. You guys rock. I hope you're doing very well whilst you're watching this video. And in here, what is this? I do know that Leper Girl, yep, and this is it, was saying she was sending some housewarming gifts for me for the dining room table or garden days. You can have ice water on its own or with, oh shoot. Did she send me it's a pitcher. Oh, very cool. Hang on. Not like a picture, but a pitcher. Thank you very much. Stainless steel lid. So very cool. A glass pitcher. I don't have to put water in it. I could put anything I want in it. Oh, and we got grinders or whatever. What are they called? Mill sets? Premium salt and pepper mill sets. They're shorter than the M&M Meats ones I got. Thank you very much, Leper Girl. I appreciate that. But one thing nobody knows about on here is that my mother's salt grinder has been trying to kill us for a very long time. And I don't think they've replaced it yet. What I mean by that is like the little gasket on the inside has been broken for a while. So when you turn it over to start grinding, salt just inevitably comes pouring out. So it's been a bit of a struggle. So maybe we'll pay it forward to Mom, at least one of them, Leopard Girl. We shall see. But thank you either way. I appreciate that. And in here, last but not least, everybody just calm down. That was Danger Will Robinson right there. Where's the from tag? Hello? This comes from Mervet. Let's see what Mervet sent. Hello? It's a box in a box. That's how we do things around here. Oh, that's how Amazon does things. There is a descriptor tag on the outside. I avoided it, so I don't. I guess Mervet's been feeling a little despondent on the live streams ever since Tortuga became a thing. Because Lucky's disco ball didn't make its way in there. Thank you. Well, now we got a reason to do another live stream right away. That is super cool. Thank you very much, Mervet. We will get that hung up ASAP. Yeah, its little tower here is loose. It's a bolt with a nut. I can't quite hold both by myself. So reason number 80. It seems appropriate to always have a Leatherman on your hip. Tighten up your disco ball nut. There we go. That is much better. Ooh, look at that reflection. That is something else. Lights on. Move the TV back. So actually, before I get to it's a pegboard that I want to take down. But I haven't been able to take anything down in here ever since I took my impact driver into Tortuga to assemble the bed. Well, we rectified that today, and now I can take everything down that I want to. Starting with this HDMI cable that is attached to the wall with this little like cord management clip thing. Now I might not be able to get the switch dock off the wall right now, coming for you, future Matthew problem. This HDMI cable that was primarily used for this dock is also useless in here, and I could be putting it to use inside the house. So it's attached to this thing here with this big old screw, because obviously I was like, you're not coming off the wall on me. And so, yeah, I couldn't get it off with me fingies. But now we got this, so hopefully, oh, yeah, much easier. All right. Well, that's one done. The rest of this cable I just kind of have with a Velcro strap attached to the TV mount arm here. So unplug this. And there we go. Now the TV is free of all of its extra cables. And if I do find myself wanting to like play games in here or something, I'll just bring an HDMI cable in here. But this is a smart TV, so whenever I have Starlink or if I'm in an area where I can tether to my cell phone, I can still get onto all of the necessary apps. Okay, and last but not least, yet again, the pegboard. I got this at IKEA. You know, they've got a whole bunch of different configurations there in terms of the sizes of the boards and all the little things that you can put on the board. And it was a new addition to Lucky 2.0 when I rebuilt her. And it's worked fine, but honestly, it really has become a catch-all for so many things. We're going to take everything out right now, first and foremost. So we'll take off all of these little things, put them to the side. And these little buggers can come off, and we're going to see just what the yuck is in here. Oh my goodness gracious. So many things. Get organized. And well, it is functional and does work well. It's far more rattly than my little latch carabiner ever has been. So it'll be nice to have this out of the good ship, Lucky. And it frees up space. My goodness. To potentially build something else in this area, because, you know, space in the van is still a premium because it's a small space, whether you're living in it full time or just overlanding and camping in it. My goodness. My phone is ringing. Who's calling me at this time of the day? Adulting, parenting, organizing things. All right, so that's all taken care of. And whilst I was on the phone, I was sort of pulling everything down and going through it briefly. There's a lot of stuff in here that just ends up, I don't need it. You can go in the garbage. We've got like receipts and odds and ends of stuff I don't need anymore. But there's also stuff that can be separated into, yes, that should stay in the van, and yes, that should come into the house. Like, obviously, instant clean balls, that's a great thing to just keep in the van. I can get my balls as clean as I want at Tortuga, but in the van, might be a little bit more difficult. So that can stay in here along with, you know, we've got some moisturizer. These gloves in a bottle. This moisturizer is absolutely awesome. Came in handy when I was working as a mechanic for sure. Back scratcher. This is one of the, it could fall into either category, you know. You never know. Well, actually it looks like that's not the most ideal position to be in. Oh no, it's working. Oh, it's working. Never mind, that can stay in the van, right? But then also I have a bag of stuff that I'm taking back into the house in here. So I got a whole bunch of extra keys and keychains. I've got the lipstick for the Yeti cooler. If you know, you know. I've got some, you know, cologne, erasers to clean the N64 cartridges. What else did I toss in here? Oh, I had 2 things of nail clippers. Where did they go? Right down here, right? So we will leave the big ones in the van, and the small ones can come into the house because there's a pirate princess whose nails will not stop growing. Shocking. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. Oh, I got Penny's nail clippers. These will actually serve me better in the house as well. Here, there also was a couple little tools that came in handy in a pinch or at the drop of a hat. One was like little wire snippers. These were great to have on hand. I'll leave those in here. This tool, I don't even know what the hell you would call it, but it's I guess maybe a pair of clamp pliers or something. Either way, this is one where it's got interchangeable heads, and there, you know, you attach it here, and then when you squeeze it, it separates the top. The only thing I use these for is when I'm maintaining the fan in here. There's a little clamp ring thing around the shank of the fan motor that needs to come off when you're taking it apart to clean, and this thing works like a hot damn to do that. So that can stay in here, and it was just up here on the pegboard. I'm gonna have to find a new spot for it, and that is a-okay. But that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna get the rest of this tidied up, and then we'll get the pegboard off the wall. Also, of course, hanging here was my microfiber towel. We can move that up to the permanent hook in the good ship Lucky. Things are starting to look a little bit better here. I've cleaned out this half of this top loading cupboard a bit, and I got out this, cleaned it out. There's a bunch of seasoning and spices and stuff and a few meds in here. So I decided to make it a little bit more of a van life appropriate sort of drawer. So now it's super eclectic and basically just looks like a junk drawer, but right, we got our painkillers in here. We have some crib pegs in here. We got an X-Acto knife, the tools I was talking about, plus a little screwdriver. The back scratchers here, the ball spray there. We got the moisturizer up here. We've got thread locker, because you just never know. We've got extra fuses. We got polysporin down there, little tiny pair of scissors. We got the clippers in there, and we are basically good to go. So now we open up this, and it's looking a lot better. This is going to be the one seasoning I keep in the van for the time being anyway, in the interest of tidying up and reducing everything we have in here. This stuff is great. So we'll tuck that there. We'll put our new assortment of goodies. Majority of this stuff was on the pegboard. So we're going to stuff this. Oh, it's stuck on the L bracket. There we go. And we're also going to finish this off with a few more sort of like medicine cabinet type things. So we've got a thing of NyQuil here if we find ourselves in the van when we're not feeling so well. Oh, I lied. That seasoning I'm keeping, but I'm also going to be keeping in here some crushed red pepper, because I have some of that at Tortuga, and this sugar cinnamon is so good. That was sent to me by Debbie. I'm going to keep that here. It's great on pancakes, which are nice and easy to make in the van. And of course, if you eat too many of those red pepper flakes, we've got some Pepsid here, and we get a sore throat. We got some Cepacol. That stuff's great to suck on. And Sudafed if we're all sorts of stuffed up. And then in case of real bad emergencies, we've got some Buckley. Actually, you know what? Now the Buckley's complete. That can come into Tortuga. We've got the NyQuil and the Sudafed. That should be more than enough. And then if we need an emergency backup deck of cards, we got the nice sleek, I think these are the gold ones or the black ones, or are they silver? I can't remember now. These are very difficult to open with one hand. I don't want the whole deck to come flying out. My goodness. Hello? Oh, they look like the gold ones. Hi. Yeah. They're both. Okay, cool. Well, we got to the bottom of that mystery. That's some quality content. Quality content. Sad day. Up on the pegboard was Skater Boy Avril sitting in one of these little containers. All of these will be coming into Tortuga as well as the board itself. So there's no spot for you to sit up there anymore, girl. You coming into Tortuga with us. Don't worry, your compatriot can remain in the good ship Lucky. Oh, wait a second. No junk drawer is complete without an assortment of pens and Sharpies. So, right in there. Perfect. So everything is cleared off of there now. So now it's just a matter of getting this bad boy off of here. I know I have extra screws down here to hold it on, so let's, oh boy, real long ones too, my goodness. Ah, freedom. Pegboard detached. And now he's got to take this little mounting bracket off. Just little self-tappers to get this guy up here. There we go. Ah, okay, and that's obviously how this thing attaches to any wall, and when it's not in something that's in motion, you don't need all those extra screws on there. But this was not only in motion, but the wall's not flat. It had a curve to it, and I didn't want the bottom of the board bapping against the wall, although after I added all of those little containers, it really wouldn't have made that big of a difference. But you could mount this up on a wall in the house, and then you attach the pegboard. And now that I see it, I don't know. Yeah, it's still great space. And you could absolutely build something here for additional storage. But for now, we're just going to leave it like this. Lucky, you're a little bit lighter. So much more room for activities. Well, a need bit more room for activities. But yeah, there it is. We are coming right along. So very cool. Getting stuff done. Also, now I can do this without having to worry about anything on that wall interfering with it. Lift this up. Going to look at our electrical system under here. And maybe... You can't make this stuff up. I don't know. Apparently I was really mucusy and wanted to make sure that if I was extra mucusy whilst working on my electrical system, I would have access to that. I have no idea. Anyway, yeah, that thing that's been rolling around in here, I don't know. I don't think it's in here. There's no room for something to roll around. So that's going to be a bit of a pain in the arse to try to figure out what the heck it was. Maybe what I should do is open my back doors, pull the drawer out, and see if I can see anything on this side of the drawers, because driving over here this morning, yes, it was still very much rolling around, whatever it might be. And while I'm back here, the impact driver can go back where it belongs. Okay, so let's see what we can see here. Pull this bad boy out. I really don't think it's anything in this area. This still needs to come into the house with me. That's way heavier than that big black bin. What the heck? No, there's nothing here that could be rolling around. That is for darn sure. So is there anything under here now that I can see rolling around? I see nothing. Great. Well, if it's still there when I'm driving around, I might have to recruit some help to sort of pinpoint where it is. But for now, that is very much a future Matthew problem. Let's get the good ship Lucky wrapped up and back to Tortuga. Yeah, it is way quieter back there with that off the wall. Unfortunately, the marble, as we'll call it right now, because is still there. I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but yeah, well, here I'm coming up on a red light. Let's see what happens when I break the good ship Lucky. You hear that? Once more when we take off. Without the microphone. Where are you? I don't know if you can hear it or not. But the important thing is that I can hear it and it's driving me batty. Oh, wait a second. I'm at the cupboard where all the N64 stuff was. I think there's batteries up there, like AA batteries. I want to see if I'm right. I would also like a... Whoop. Oh, I think that's exactly what that is. Gotta find a place to stop. Up into the good ship Lucky. Turn the lights on. Over here onto the bed. And I'm pretty sure this has got to be it. This has got to be it. Right? Look at it. There's some loose batteries in here. They're supposed to be in this bag. Oh, body boy. I was underneath the bed, losing my mind. Is that it? Okay. Close this. Batteries can go into our new supply cupboard. And let's see. Sorry, that might have tickled. Ha! Yay! Back to Zen. Oh my goodness. Batteries. Well, that one's just too large. It's going to have to come upstairs. Because I'm an adult and I can do whatever I want. Yeah, it works way better when there's a blade in there, I'll tell you what. But anyways, that's probably enough for this one. What do you say, Penny? Should we just hang out and enjoy this absolutely gorgeous weather? She's already on it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. But remember, you can't make everybody happy, because you're not tacos. Or an afternoon pina colada.